Welcome back to Steve Robb Reviews, and welcome back to Northern Ontario. Today we're going to have a little bit of a review on which blades should you put on your riding mower. Should it be, well, the blades that come with it, just the regular cutting blades, or should you actually go with some mulching blades? Well, I'm going to take you off the tripod here. I'm going to show you all the grass that I cut yesterday with just the regular conventional blades. And I'm going to do an experiment today. I got a little piece of test grass that's left, and we're going to see if maybe the mulching blades are a better way to go. So let's take a look at all the grass around here that I cut yesterday, and then I'm going to show you the difference between, well, the regular blades and the mulching blades before I put them on. Okay, so here is the grass that I cut yesterday with that lawn tractor. So I'll just give you a quick look here. And of course I went all the way down the hill there to the spring. And right about here is where I got that test patch. So let's go over and take a look at the test patch. And this is after 2 weeks of me not cutting the grass. So that's that little spot right there. And I don't know, this year we got all these kind of flowers coming up. Now I'll tell you something, you couldn't use a mulching blade with a mulching plug at the end on any grass that is as tall as that. So when I'm putting the mulching blades on, I'm not plugging the chute so that all the grass stays contained in the deck. But what I'm trying to do here is, I tell you something, this is such a dusty job here, and the grass clippings that come out are just like enormous. And if you get a little bit of a wind that's blowing in this direction, well, you pretty well have to wear a respirator. It gets so bad with all the dust, right? So if we just take a look at this little patch in here, I'm going to try a test patch, just running a couple of cuts with the conventional blade, and then we're going to try a couple of cuts with the mulching blade and see if I can get more grass to stay under the deck. And of course you're going to want to have some coming out, but I tell you, if I just put the plug in there, because I did get the kit, and if I were to put the plug in there, well, it would just jam up the inside of that cutting deck just solid. So I've been down that road before, and I just want to try the mulching blade, but still have some come out, but not as much as what we have right now, because today is a nice calm day. So let's take a look at the difference in the blades and see if this is going to be, well, a success or not. Okay, so here are my spare blades. This is the factory blade here. I got a spare set. This is from MTD, and you can see the design, how that is. Just a little bit of a wing here. And here's the mulching blade, and you can see they're bright yellow. I haven't used them yet. They're just sharpened up. And you could see that if you go down right about here, well, you know what? I'm not too sure about that wing. It comes here, then drops down and up. And I think the whole idea behind this is to call a swirling action at the end here. But the tips are about, well, I would say the regular blade has probably got a longer cutting blade here. And the wing on the end, well, I'm not too sure. But let's do a cutting strip first and see how the factory blade, this is what I got on the mower right now, is going to cut like. And then I'll switch these over, and we'll try a cut on the other side. Okay, so we're looking up underneath the deck here, and you can see I got to do a little bit of cleaning. So there's 3 blades on this, and that's the underside of the deck right there. One there, and one on the far side. So let's zip these blades off and clean the deck, and then we'll put the new blades on. There's one. There's 2. And then I'll get the other one on the other side. Then I'll bring you back after this is all cleaned up, and I'll have had the new mulching blades put on. Okay, so here we go. We got the new mulching blades put on, and I really don't know what to expect. Not too sure what the result's going to be, but the whole idea behind mulching blades is it's going to well, actually cut the grass more than once and discharge it out the side. They're also called 3-in-1 blades, you know, side discharge, bagging, or mulching. And we'll see if this helps. I'd like to see less discharge coming out the chute. So let's get it all set up, and we'll cut the other grass and we'll see how it looks. Okay, so what do I think? Well, I'll tell you something. There's no way if I were to put a plug in there I could mulch that, because it would just all bind up underneath the deck. But you know, at your viewpoint, looking along here, I don't know how much you could actually see, but I could definitely see a difference in the reduction in the amount that is coming out of the side discharge chute, and it seems to be, well, quite a bit more chopped up than, well, the coarse stuff that I just see going out before. So I don't know, what do you think? Well, you let me know in the comments below if you've ever tried this experiment before. But for me, I'm going to continue with the mulching blades that are on there rather than the blades that come with it. And you know, I've been cutting the grass here long enough to know the difference, because usually when I come up after about 2 or 3 weeks, the grass is always that tall, and when it cuts it, it just shears it off and blows it out the chute, you know, in long pieces like this. And I'm thinking, well, I'm noticing a lot less. More is being mulched underneath, and it seems to be like a finer cut, but we're going to have to wait and see. The whole idea behind this experiment is to see if I can get less discharge coming out, because a lot of times when it's windy, when you're cutting in the wrong direction, well, it wants to blow it all back at you. So if I can cut back on the amount of volume coming out, I thought, okay, that's worth a try. So I'll continue with this in the future and let you know what I think. But so far, it looks pretty promising, and I'm going to continue with the mulching blades for the rest of the season and see, well, if there is much of a difference. So thanks for joining me here today, and if you haven't seen this channel before, you're welcome to subscribe and come back again to Northern Ontario. Cheers.